And here we go again with another version of this weekly cosmic dive. Excuse me, already got frogs in my throat. Welcome. Sorry for that strange introduction. Okay, welcome to the weekly cosmic dive. I'm Shane Smith, astrologer. So glad you're here with me today. I hope you enjoyed your 4th of July weekend. I mentioned something about the Mars-Uranus conjunction over the weekend, and I let slip a word that just kind of intuitively came down to me, and that was curdle. And I said, I don't want to use that word. Maybe what was happening was that heat wave was curdling everybody over the weekend, and it certainly disrupted things a little bit in Washington, D.C., where they were having, excuse me, that big fireworks display. And that's another thing that might be indicative of the Mars-Uranus conjunction. 850,000 fireworks, which they were going for a Guinness World Record. And I don't think we've heard anything more about that, but that's a lot of fireworks. And but what happened in Washington, D.C. was they issued a code red air quality alert, which put Washington, D.C. as the worst air quality city of any major city in the world for a moment on July 4th. Also, interestingly, in in Sicily, Mount Etna, a volcano, erupted. So there were fireworks for sure, as predicted. Um, anyway, we come back to the week at hand, and I'm going to share with you something that I think is noteworthy. We've been talking a lot about the Uranus-Neptune-Pluto configuration in harmonic 6 or vibration 6, and that's going to continue for a while. And I'd love to talk a little bit more about that, because I think when you get the outer planets involved in a configuration, and especially in 6, which is a very friendly, fluid kind of vibration, you're going to have some spiritual transformation, no doubt about it. No bout about it, as they say. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just jump right into it, shall we? And we'll give you your 10-minute guide through the week ahead using vibrational astrology. I'll highlight key planetary configurations in the cosmic sky that help answer the question, which frequencies do I choose to frequent? So this is for the week of July 6th through the 13th. And that trident down there represents Neptune. We'll talk about that in a moment. Here's our week ahead. But first, I want to say that this week carries a remarkably uplifting and spiritually oriented current. You know, we're talking about vibrations, encouraging you to blend inspiration with practical expression. It begins with a steady flow of harmony and gradually builds toward innovation, passionate purpose, and ultimately a renewed commitment to excellence and meaningful relationships. Now, one thing we'll notice here is we have a smooth and harmonious line that flows throughout the week. And as I just mentioned, that's the Uranus-Neptune-Pluto vibration. That continues for a while. And what that means, and that's in vibration 6, what that means is we have an atmosphere of inspiration, cooperation, and spiritual connection, making this day and what follows excellent days to begin meaningful projects or strengthen relationships. We can trust our vision, work harmoniously with others. That's the 6 vibration, and allow optimism to guide our actions rather than forcing outcomes. Okay, this is a smooth and harmonious flow. Let's let it flow, let it flow. Okay, let it blossom, let it grow. Okay, I can't help but slipping in those songs every now and then. Okay, so Tuesday, we have the continuation of that smooth and harmonious line. The uplifting momentum continues, bringing a sense of youthful enthusiasm and effortless collaboration. Focus on shared goals, and let your natural inspiration encourage others, knowing that steady progress often comes through positive relationships. And wow, what is Neptune doing? Neptune is retrograding. All right, we all talk about Mercury retrograding. How about Neptune? Neptune is going backwards until December 12th, at least from our perspective here on Earth. Planets don't do that. So, what does that mean? What Neptune represents inspiration, dreams, imagination. So, this is a time to revisit old dreams that got shelved. You put them on the back burner and forgot about them, or you said, nah, they're not worth it. Well, let's revisit that. See if they possibly could be an inspiration in the future for you. Confront reality, though, because Neptune can be illusory, and that means that you might see what you want to see, maybe not what really is. Okay, so confront reality, dissolve false hopes, and enhance self-awareness, all which could lead to spiritual growth and clarity. That's what that is. Wednesday, today reinforces the week's theme of visionary spiritual purpose. Creative ideas flow more easily when you remain open hearted, cooperative, and willing to let intuition complement logic. Thursday, we see the glyph for Venus. What's going on with Venus? Well, Venus is going to be entering Virgo until August 6th. Venus and Virgo don't get along so well. They're kind of like Venus feels uncomfortable. Venus is love and expressive love, beauty, that kind of thing. And when it gets into Virgo, which is more of the mental, intellectual sphere, it kind of loses a little bit of its beauty, if you will. So it turns analytical. However, this energy can be channeled into love of mental pursuits like researching, writing, reading, discussing, and studying. Consider that for a while. However, continuing the theme for Thursday of the Uranus-Neptune-Pluto in harmonic 6, we also have harmonic 15 joining that, which is Uranus, Mercury, and Pluto. So on Thursday, expect a surge of originality, bringing unexpected insights, inventive thinking, and breakthroughs that challenge old assumptions. Welcome new possibilities without rushing to conclusions, allowing your playful curiosity to explore before deciding which ideas deserve long-term commitment. Okay, on to Friday. We have creative momentum, and that's going to accelerate as inspiration combines with mental brilliance and joyful self-expression. This is an ideal day for brainstorming, communicating innovative concepts, and enjoying the freedom to experiment without worrying about perfection. So notice on Friday that we do have a rise in the flowing and creative sphere. This is where we can allow projects, our thinking, our relationships to become just like nice and harmonious, if we will. It does share a little bit of that quality with the smooth and harmonious creative streak. Okay, on Saturday, we've got a few more lines joining in. We find a powerful passion that's fueling both ambitions and heart, making this a day of creative achievement, romance, and personal mastery. Let inspiration deepen your relationships and artistic expression, but balance idealism with practical judgment before making significant commitments. All right, we see a rise in that excellence and transformation line, so we can go above and beyond the call of duty on Saturday and Sunday. So Sunday is concluding the week with a focused determination and a desire to rise above the ordinary through excellence, loyalty, and purpose. Your ability to concentrate deeply can reveal profound insights, provided you avoid becoming so absorbed in one objective that you overlook the broader picture or the people who matter most. And I wanted to give you a preview of coming attractions. We've been talking now about this Uranus, Neptune, Pluto combination in harmonic 6 around July 19th through the 20th. That configuration will be joined by Jupiter. So Jupiter will give its optimism, its generosity, its expansiveness to the inspired spiritual upliftment we've been seeing with that Neptune, Pluto, Uranus. We'll talk more about that when we get there. But just wanted to give you kind of a preview. That this should be wonderful. That's all I gotta say. Okay. Well, I think we're seeing things happen. You know, when you get the outer, slower planets moving together in a certain vibration, and that vibration happens to be six. Wow. You know, I think we can use this momentum to grow spiritually and transform ourselves and the world to something a little bit better. You got to admit it's getting better. Our mantra for the week is I welcome inspired ideas, act with courage and compassion, and transform vision into meaningful reality. And so we always want to remember to remind ourselves which frequencies do I choose to frequent. And there you have it, my friends. We got through that one after a rough start with my throat. I hope you have enjoyed this version of the weekly Cosmic Dive, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week on Monday, 8 o'clock a.m. here on Mountain Time. In the meanwhile, enjoy your lives, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.